Refugee work is all I do. I work with refugees, seeing them as patients. We have medical, dental, pharmacy, about a dozen different religious gatherings here, shops, 7 restaurants, all of which are run or owned by refugees, asylees, or undocumented folks. Well, I also started a Boy Scout troop about 10 years ago, and we've been going camping every weekend for the last decade. So tonight is one of the campouts. We go for the whole weekend. I'm gonna walk in and out here a few times now with this food. We don't use all of the components that may come to mind in some traditional scout troops, but we definitely get the kids outside, get them together, and get them some time with different role models. This gives the kids an opportunity to get out, do something different, and experience society in a way maybe that they wouldn't be able to.
How I know Dr. PJ is because my brothers go a long time ago. So they basically grew up with this program. It's better than being glued on a screen because of the view of the mountains.
I grew up between Syria and Jordan because my dad had always worked in Jordan. That's how it was until I became 7 years old. That's when the war began, 2014. And then once the war began, we had to leave Syria, walking on foot to Jordan. I am homesick. I really want to go back, but Syria is one of the countries I can't go to anymore. That's based on the United States policies. Once we bring you here as a refugee, take the citizenship, you're not allowed to go back to where you came from. It helps me with my homesickness to be here because I did grow up on a farm. I'm from the countryside. It's amazing how I can just come here and then see how green everything is, the mountains. I love the mountains. I like the clouds, sunset. What kept me coming back to this program is the outdoors. There's nothing in my life other than this group that kind of gets me out of my house and my work and my school.
The thing that keeps me going and keeps me excited is just watching the kids when they show up, especially the younger ones, get so excited at some very simple pleasures, like just jumping in a lake, or if they've never done some of these things before, or seeing them take tons of pictures of themselves in what many would consider are very common settings, but it's not common to them. I think the need has stayed the same. There's always been a need and there's not enough people doing it. These are youth programs for kids who aren't your own. This is taking care of kids who aren't your own, which takes a very special person to do that. There's always been a need and it's always been a challenge of how do you take the resources from people. There's people who want to give money, time, materials, and to take that labor and that interest and apply it to the kids by building the trust in those communities. How to make those bridges is, there's more than one way to do it, but it's always been there and it always will be there.